Hello, sweet souls. This is your reading for Sunday, July 13th. And this is not going to be a regular reading, and it's not going to be for everyone. This is going to be a psychic prediction for XRP and how it is going to trend from now until the end of the year. I am not a crypto expert, nor am I a financial advisor. Let me say I am a novice, 100%. Those that are watching will probably know way more about XRP than I do. However, I am spiritually gifted and I trust in the information that comes out. Use your own discernment. Never put yourself at risk to make investments if you don't have the money to invest, okay? So I start with prayer. St. Michael, please transmute all negative energy to positive, sent toward myself or those that view this video. We're going to call on the Holy Spirit, angels, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors, and ask for a message for your greater good in regards to XRP. So I already started and I got some, and I got really excited because I do have a little money invested in XRP. So when I asked what is in the cards for XRP from now until the end of 2025, the first card I got was victory and success. I see XRP coming out on top, being the leader. The Emperor energy is XRP moving leaps and bounds above the rest, being like authoritative, like an authority figure, not... Okay, so I don't know how to say this in a non-personal way. It's like they are in the lead. XRP is leaps and bounds above the rest. An obvious choice in the future. I see with the lovers here, lovers can talk about a choice, but also a contract. People wanting to invest in XRP, but also institutions wanting to partner with XRP, not just Swift. I know Swift, I've heard a little bit about Swift. These are other large corporations wanting to invest in XRP, incorporate XRP. So I see an offer coming in, contracts coming in for XRP. There's a level of protection around XRP that is coming out. And it's going to allow people to move forward and manifest their desires. Maybe there are things they had wanted to do, but weren't able to do it due to the funding. But I see people that have invested being able to implement their plans and move forward. This could include travel, relocating. It leads to 10 of Pentacles, a lot of wealth. 10 of Pentacles in the tarot deck is the most wealth you can have. It also brings a lot of healing to people. You know, this is people that may have been under a lot of financial constraints, stress, and anxiety. It brings healing in. It frees people up to do what they're passionate about. Not necessarily work the 9 to 5, but to be able to break away from the matrix and do something that they really are passionate about. I see it bringing a lot of peace and harmony, balance to the world. I see celebration. And what's so interesting is there is karmic justice attached to XRP. So it's like the underdog finally being on top is what it feels like to me. Now, I did clarify the lovers. I wanted to know, what is this contract? And it's like big corporations, big entities, feeling confident to take decisive action to work with XRP. They no longer feel that it is a risk. And I was seeing in my third eye that right now in the moment, people, Two of Pentacles, people feel like XRP is a wild card. Like it could go either way. It's 50-50. It could take off or it could dump, bottom out. And so I see people on the fence right now with the Two of Pentacles for XRP. And, but that's about to change. That is definitely about to change. I put on 2 gold rings and I never wear yellow gold. And I got the message, I got the download. There is some sort of correlation between the price of gold and XRP. And I don't feel like it's a direct correlation, but there's something about the price of gold and XRP going hand in hand. And I don't know, maybe you guys know, because like I said, I have absolutely no experience in investing. I don't. I asked, what is the correlation and between gold and XRP? And it was like establishments investing, right? It brings in celebration, and it has to do with exchange. Maybe it has to do with the exchange rate of gold, but it brings in more financial stability, resources for those that have invested. So I'm going to get some more. I'm going to clarify some more. And I think and it's not going to be a real long video. Before the end of the video, I'm going to go month by month, starting by July, and specifically ask about XRP to see if we can get more information. So, what else do we need to know about XRP and XRP's performance from now and to the end of the year? Ace of Pentacles. This is abundance. This is financial security. This is stability. This is opportunity for financial growth. XRP from now until the end of 2025. These are investments that flourish. Yeah. It says the pinnacle of success. Timing, it says, on this card is a few weeks. You may start to see a turnaround. A celebration. It says summer solstice. So in the summer, we may see an elevation in XRP. The blockage is, the enemy here. Whatever negative energetic interference to XRP, it's being blocked. XRP from now until the end of the year. It's protected. Like I said, there's something around XRP that's divinely protected. And they're saying it again in a different deck. It's protected. XRP. XRP from now until the end of the year. From now until the end of the year, making progress. You're going to see an increase. This card says 1 to 2 weeks. I'm not necessarily going off the timeline for these decks, but I'm going to tell you what's on it. It says final steps, increase. XRP from now until the end of 2025. Okay, give me one more. So I'm hearing you're not going to see it coming. You're not going to see it coming. Two of Swords. Those that have invested, it's like turtle, 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 and then rabbit. It's like quick. It's going to happen quick. You're not going to see it coming. And then boom, balance is restored. This is divine intervention that brings in an increase in XRP that is protected. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. Finally, reaping the reward of all of your effort, the hard work, what you've invested in, it paying off. 8 of Pentacles is it paying off, an achievement. XRP. Yeah. You know, I see a lot of truth and clarity and a lot of emotional fulfillment with the King of Swords and the King of Cups coming in. There are going to be some jealous people for sure that didn't listen, that didn't want to invest. There are going to be people that aren't happy. So I wouldn't share your news if you do invest in XRP, because these are jealous people that will want to put a wrench in what it is you are gaining. They want to create an injustice. Not to worry. It's protected. You're protected. Your investment's protected. Multiple doors are going to be made available when this happens. We got the strength, and then it says invisible forces working in your behavior, on your behalf. Confidence and courage, self-belief, and many possibilities. What's so interesting, this deck, the bottom has many possibilities. This deck has many possibilities. And also the strength card, double clarification on that. So it's pretty amazing. This is going to create transformation for a lot of people. A lot. So I want to do month by month and see what we get for the predictions for XRP, to see maybe we can pinpoint exactly what month is going to take off. Now, I was getting $10 a share by the end of the year. That's what I was picking up on psychically, was $10. It could be more than that, though. Could definitely be more than that. So let's look. All right. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Saints, Spirit Guides, and Ancestors. For the month of July, show me the performance of XRP for the month of July. For the month of July, XRP. XRP. The Empress energy talks about investing, abundance, calling in abundance, being creative with how you invest, whether this is moving your investments around. Say you've invested in something and you haven't seen any action, and instead of putting yourself in a financial bind, you're going to move that investment to XRP. So the Empress energy is all about creating. right? And it represents attracting abundance. So that's July. People getting creative on how they invest. Let's look at August for XRP. August. What does August look like for XRP? It looks like with the Knight of Swords, this is decisive action. It kind of feels like things are starting to pick up. Go time. Knight of Swords can be fast action, fast turnaround. Okay? So things may start to pick up in August very quickly. Look at September for XRP. What can we expect for XRP in September? September. Wow. There is a big increase in September. Six of Wands is victory and success, celebration. So September looks like a very pivotal month for XRP. What about October for XRP? October. This is maybe having disappointment, and then the Knight of Wands or King of Wands taking passionate action. So being disappointed in the past, but it's leading to you taking a passionate action. So I'll have to clarify that. Let's see. November. XRP for November. Overflowing cup of love, happiness, emotional fulfillment. That's November for XRP. So it's doing well. Let's look at December for XRP. December. By the end of the year, it's like running like a well-oiled machine. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Eights. The number 8 is the number of abundance. This is the hard work finally paying off. Abundance pouring in. Things picking up very quickly in December. So the two, September, November, and December look like big months for XRP. Look, 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Generational wealth. That's what it's all leading to. So I want to clarify these cards real quick. For XRP, we have the Empress for the rest of July. This is attracting abundance. This is creating, planning. Tell me for July, clarify the Empress for July for XRP. Yeah, see, do you remember I told you in my third eye I saw the 2 of Pentacles? People are like, XRP is a wild card. It could go either way. I don't know if I trust it. So this is with the Empress to the 2 of Pentacles, you know, figuring out ways that you can creatively plan to invest without harming, you know, your livelihood. That's what's happening for the rest of July. People are uncertain, but they're going to start getting creative on how they invest. So let's look at August. We got taking decisive action, saying, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. August. And it's going to be the best decision you ever made because the 10 of Pentacles. Knight of Swords, taking this decisive action is leading you on the path to financial abundance. I love it. Some of you may walk away from other stocks, put an end to investing in other stocks. September, we have the 6 of Wands, victory and success, finally seeing this was the right decision. July, August, September. September for XRP. Please clarify the 6 of Wands. Please clarify the 6 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. This is planting new seeds, reaping your harvest. So it's like what you invested in starts to pay off in September. It's reaping your harvest. So let's look at October. It looks like there was disappointment, but this disappointment, and it could be attached to other stocks, leads you to invest or take passionate action. October for XRP. Yeah, which ultimately ends up being Ace of Pentacles, something that's going to create financial growth. Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, by you taking this decisive action in the month of October, it leads to more financial increase. November, this is celebration. This is emotional fulfillment, being happy. November, XRP, Ace of Cups. XRP, Ace of Cups. November. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. This is so much happiness. The Ace of Cups in the tarot is the yes card. It's an overflowing cup of love. This is excitement. We got 2 Ace of Cups here. This is the win. This is yes. Let's look at November again. Please give me a clarifier for 2 Ace of Cups for XRP November. Celestial Weaver. This is divine help, divine guidance, being divinely guided, inspiring you to invest, to get creative on how you invest without causing a financial hardship for yourself. And December, it looks like your hard work's paying off. Things start picking up quickly. The number 8 is the number of abundance. December, XRP. The Sun, happiness and success. One more for December, XRP. Whoops. Temperance, balance is restored. That's amazing. 6 of Swords, moving on. Peace. Some of you could be traveling when this comes in. This could be relocating. Either way, it's like you're being moved from rough waters to calmer waters because of XRP. It's pretty amazing. Let's get some angel answers and just random advice for XRP. And I'm going to say this again. I have absolutely no knowledge about stocks. I am not a financial investor. Use your own discernment, okay? I'm just telling you what comes out. Telling you what comes out. So guidance for the beautiful viewers in regards to the, what did I want to say? The productivity? No, the outcome of XRP from now until the end of the year. Now until the end of the year for XRP. Now until the end of the year. Wow. So when forgiveness came out, I heard debt forgiveness, being able to clear out debt. You're going to receive signs. You're going to know that this was a good investment. And then I got abundance, financial resources, guidance regarding XRP from now until the end of the year. For the beautiful viewers. Some of you could be asking for help from financial advisors, friends, people that are more knowledgeable, but they're saying you're ready. Let go of your fears and listen to your intuition. Do what your intuition calls you to do when it comes to investing in XRP. With improving health, I see the stress level decreasing because then we got no need to worry. No need to worry. XRP, now until the end of the year. They're saying, you know, from now until the end of the year, it's going to require a compromise. They want you to trust. Just trust. Trust where you're led. XRP from now until the end of the year. One more, last card. You have the spiritual realm helping you, you know, guiding you, moving you in a new direction. This could be, like I said, you being guided to pull out of certain stocks and investing in XRP, you know, getting creative with the Empress energy on how can I invest without causing a financial hardship for myself? What stocks aren't producing that I've been investing in for a long time? It's all about getting creative for sure. So I love it. I think this is amazing reading. I'm pretty excited because, like I said, I have a little bit invested in XRP, so it's pretty amazing. What the correlation is between gold and XRP, I'm not really sure, but I definitely got that message. I heard that there is some sort of connection between the exchange rate of gold and XRP. So it's pretty amazing. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. It's for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates. Use your own discernment. And I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.